Today's performance of almost all the teams, it surely shows that it's not going to be an easy pack for any team. So we are much waiting for this game due to their history together. This shows that it's going to be a very, very entertaining match. So I want you guys to sit back, watch the game, relax, and wait for a thrilling encounter between the KPA side and Prisons. First referee is Millicent Ogari, taking us through this match. Very, very, very entertaining match, owing that it has come in the late, or let's say the wee hours of the night. So it's gonna be a service from the Prison side.
Hudson Chesoli, I think, is going to be the person to kick off the match with the first service. Let's see by how they stand on the net, where they think that they can identify a weakness in KPA's receiving unit. And from the looks of their posture for Mayo and Stone, I think they are going to serve on position 5 on Kevin. So let's see how the match starts. I think everyone is in for quite a treat. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the match. So the whistle is on. Let the game begin. Service by Chesoli. Serves on position 5. Positive reception. First block by Mayo and Stone. So KPA regroup and give it a go again. I think Kevin is also being used as a receiver, look, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, I think they're using Kevin as a receiver so that Chris can actually attack.
And it's another kill block by the Prison Service front court unit. I think Prisons have really started aggressive on both the service and the defense. So let's see how KPA regroups, because they really need to put a point on the board.
So it's the screen towards Kevin. Nice
Good
pick
hit
by Chesoli.
And it's Prison's turn, and they scored the third point in a row, and I think they are on a roll. It was a good defense by Chesoli, putting in mind he's a middle blocker. They are not so good in terms of their ball handling, but he's an exception. The third service by Chesoli, serves on Kevin again, positive reception. And a tip over by Makuto. An open toss to Oala. And they have the first point on the scoreboard. So it's KPA 1, Prisons Kenya 3. Lilo on the service is a very tricky customer on the service department. Serves well. An open toss picked by Sam Juma. And Toita hits it long. Good coverage by Sam Juma. He's a Kenyan international and he's showing the world why he's the best libero in the country.
I think it's a good way seeing your fellow libero doing very quite entertaining job.
Picked by Prisons. Open toss to Jairus. Good defense by Toita. Open toss to Kevin. Drives the ball. And a hit by Dennis Esokon. I think the wheels of the prisons department car are in tune. I think they are very in sync, both in the defensive unit and the offensive unit. Good set by Mayo and a good kill by Dennis Esokon.
This shows the really they mean business today.
Another chance ball to the prison service unit. Good pickup by Lilo. Good set by Toita. A good hit by Oala. That was a huge mistake from the prisons department side. They got a chance ball, but they failed to utilize it. And the score goes to KPA. On the service is Chris Oala, a very aggressive jump server. Let's see how he starts it off. And I think there's an issue on the prisons bench. I don't know what's happening, but I can see one of their former players, Mwambia, being told to exit from the bench, and he rightly takes a seat in the public sitting area. While on the service, gives it a rip, positive reception. Jairus with a hit straight down the line. And I think Twitter is asking Sam Juma, I don't know if there was a breakdown in communication, but that's a very good set by Mayo, isolating Jairus with one block, and he does a very clean job on the hit.
This makes the game very entertaining by the look of the tempo that Prisons have started. This shows that this game is going to be very tough.
Good hit by Kamonde. I think he leaves Stone for dead and is able to get some space in which he drills the ball home.
On to the comment side, we have SLT class, Prisons all the way. You have Kaa West Business by Kevin. Prisons, we have Ernest. Then finally on to this one, my best team win. We have Rogers Maio, Team Magereza all the way.
Good hit by Esokon going over the two blockers, Kevin and Lemoy. No one was covering in position 6, so it was an easy side out by Esokon. So Stone is on the service. Let's see where he serves or who he serves on. 3 attackers from the KPS side on the front court. So Lilo has all the options. Good hit by Kevin. He goes for the brush out, as we call it. He tools the block. It's Kevin on the service. Let's see if he jump serves or he chooses the spin. He goes for the jump serve. Very good top spin. Good reception. And it's hit long by Dennis Esokon. I don't know if he was intimidated by Lilo.
Yeah, I think he thought that it's too short for him, so he tried to get it over and long, but to his bad luck, it's off the pitch.
Good service by Kevin, positive reception. To Dennis again, tips it over. Good pickup by Thoita. Thoita is given the ball. Good pick of the chance ball. Esokon hits it long again. Wow, those are back-to-back mistakes from Dennis Esokon, a very reliable outlet from the Prisons team. Oh, and he's getting a word from his coach. Maybe Dennis, the coach, can tell him a trick or two on how to get the point. Kevin hits it long, and it's a point to Prisons Kenya.
Prisons Kenya actually started it very well, but I think the errors from Dennis, I think, shortened the gap between them and KPA. So they actually need to utilize.
Good pickup by Jairus. Sets it to Dennis. Dennis drills it home. I think he has regrouped and forgotten the mistakes that he has made, and he's now good to go. That was a very aggressive hit from Dennis Esokon right through the seam between Lemoy and Lilo. Good service by Makuto. Good pickup by Sam Juma. Good pickup by Letangwa. Good toss to Dennis, and he tips it again. And I think Doita has a complaint to the first referee, Madam Millicent. I don't know what the complaint might be about, and there was no violation of a net touch or anything.
I think KPA have to be well conversant with this game. I think, by the look of things, they've come into this game as the underdogs.
Yeah. From the look of things, they are playing with a lot of pressure. I don't know where the pressure is from, but hopefully they regroup and give a good account of themselves. Doita is saying the ball has insufficient air and he throws it away. Let's see if he's given another ball, and okay, he gives a thumbs up to the first referee. Let's see what he does with the service. I don't know if he'll go for the jump spin. He goes for the top spin. Good reception by Dennis. Good hit by Dennis. I think KPA are making this game kind of easy for the prisons department, because prisons are not even struggling with picking the services. If you make the service a bit tough, it destabilizes the offensive unit of your opponent.
These, I think, the services are making for the prison sides. I think they are really trying to push it very hard.
That's a good hit, very aggressive from Chris Owala. And I think that is a department where he can really help the team, being that he's being exempted from the receiving unit. So they need a lot from him offensively. Service by Lemoy. Serves it to the libero. Positive reception. And Mayo dunks the ball. That's the first setter dump of the match. I don't know if Lilo will borrow a leaf from it, because I can see he's also in the front court area. This is a position where KPA really stayed there in the last rotation. Let's see how they plan to get out of it. Chesol with the service. Positive reception to Owala, and he drills it home. Wow!
Powerful attack from Chris Owala. Nice.
That was a good kill, a very precise cross-court cut. You can see as he approaches the ball and drills it home. Good hit by Jairus, opting for the touch out. I think KPA really need to do something about the gap. 4 scores are quite a number of scores for your opponent to be in the lead. And the way prisons are playing, they are very good pickup by Mayo. High toss to
net violation, I think, by Chris Owala.
It's a really good play by Jairus. The ball was too close to the net, and he knew if he were to attack it hard, he would be in violation of the center line. First time out goes to KPA. The scores are at Prisons Kenya 14, Kenya Ports Authority 9.
It's a very tough game. Looking at the first couple of scores, so Elkana Masinde leo hakuna attack speed. Don't worry, I think with time you will get them. So CIS Koye, I think, says KPA all the best. Hilary Mbogo, Kevin Kamonde, Tom, Juma, Twitter, Owala, and Tawaramba. Nice comments. So Steven Starling's Kenya Prisons all the way. So nice comments. Keep them coming. For those who want to watch this game live, you can come to the Moi International Indoor Stadium. If you're at home and you can't make it, you can watch this game via the Trailblazers Volleyball Club platform on their YouTube channel.
Good pick from Dennis Asokon. Good block by Kamonde to Makuto. He hits it high off the hands. And I think Prisons look like the more composed team, because as you can see, the leaders widened from 4 scores to a margin of 6 points. Mayo with the service, and he serves it long. That's a reprieve from the KPA side. And I think that's why they are having a small meeting to try and regroup and see how they play better.
Hope we don't see a repeat of today's matches, seeing that most of the teams that started very well ending up losing some sets as they are going towards their completion. So I hope the rhythm that Prisons have, I think they'll maintain it for a very, very long time.
Owala with a powerful hit. Good pickup by Owala. On to Toita, who tips the ball. Good pickup by Mayo. High toss to Makuto. Good pickup by Sam Juma. And a good kill by Brian Kamonde. I think if KPR are consistent in the manner in which they have scored that point, they'll give Prisons a run for their money. They just need a bit of composure, a bit of consistency, and they are good to go. Another jump service from Chris Owala. He has a tendency of hitting them very hard. Goes for the top spin, positive reception, and an open toss to KPA. Good pickup from Letangwa. And it's hit inside by Dennis Esokon. Doita, the KPA captain, is complaining that the ball was long. I don't know from your view, Luke.
I think from my view from here, basing on what I've seen, I think it's in. Though it's a very tight call, so I definitely can leave it for the referees.
I think Doita should know we don't have the enjoyment of VAR, because that would have suited his call for a challenge.
Yeah, but I think with time we're going to advance well and see how we can adjust the VAR. Nice play.
High toss to Doita again. And he's able to get it off the hands of Makuto. I think it's a game where we're seeing a bit of laxity from both teams. KP have managed to reduce the gap to 4 points from 6 points, so I think that's a positive on their side. Brian Kamonde on the service, a very good float server. Good float service to Dennis Esokon, who blasts the ball to Brian Kamonde, who is unable to keep it in the court of play. That was a good approach by Dennis and a really high take of the ball. Wow. That's a good example to all aspiring outside hitters on how you need to approach balls set to position 4. That was a good hit.
Then taking it high above the blocks, giving you another advantage.
Service by Stone. And the ball is hit. The ball is hit long by Kevin. KP are claiming there was a touch from the blocker's fingers, but unfortunately there was no touch. Prison 17, KPA 12.
It's 18?
Oh, 18, sorry, 18. And Owala is given a tough block by Hudson Chesoli. Prisons open a 7-point lead.
They're feeling very much comfortable with this lead. 7-point lead is quite a good run in this set.
Another good service by Lemoy. Another tough block by Chesoli. I think KPA are kind of exposing their attackers, because that was a very open toss that Owala had. He had very few options rather than just drilling the ball.
He needs to be conversant with these attacks so that he can at least help.
Good service by Stone. Kevin hits it on the net and he's almost in despair. And I don't think that's a very good body language from your teammate. I think that also tells the opponent that they can really give a lot of pressure to a player who has already despaired. It's not a gone set, but they really need, the work is on KPS hands. They really need to work hard to ensure that they at least get closer to the points that Prisons Kenya has.
It's quite big margin for KPA to recover on this margin. They have to put in a lot of work, basing on Tere's instructions to the player. He thinks he needs to receive it very well and very high for at least Lilo to set it to almost all parts of the pitch.
And Kevin stands on the front court, so leaving Owala to be a part of the receiving unit. And I can see there was a ball rolling. I don't know who it was from, or the ball has gotten feet of its own. And it's a common score, so we go at it again. Owala needs to get prepared for this reception. Enstone serves it on the net. KPA 13, Prisons Kenya 21. And there's a substitution whereby they introduce Jeff for Lilo, a bit of hate on the front court. And they introduce Titus, who is a setter for Kevin. So it's 3 front court attackers, a bit of hate with the introduction of Jeff as opposed to Lilo. So let's see if the substitution pays off. Good pickup by Owala. Ball to Toita. And it's a net touch violation by one of the Prisons players.
Nice pickup from Owala. I think it's amongst the difference that has made that point to be given to them.
KPA serving the screen on position 5 where Dennis Esokon is. Service on him, positive reception. Good defense by Toita. High toss to him. And he scores a very a very educated point. Not a lot of power, but he has hit it in a good angle where the blockers are unable to keep the ball off their court.
As you said, skill over power.
It's a good run of play by KPA. Let's see if they maintain it. And the ball is drilled home by Dennis Esokon. What a hit.
Cross court.
Kenya Prisons 2015. Service on the net from Makuto. So KPA go to 16, Prisons 22. Do it on the service. I think he needs to change up on his service. He can maybe goes for the top spin, serves it long. Don't think such kind of errors help your team when you are on the back foot. Look.
Yeah, it's a time that KP are trailing, so they need to be very accurate with their executions. So I think it's a minus on the team. So it's a point to Prisons.
Esokon on the service. He also he has a very good top spin service. Ball to Jeff. That's an open toss and hit home by Lemoy. He was too swift for Chesoli, and that's why they have been able to score that point. That was very good speed from Lemoy.
Nice quick attack in the middle.
KPA 17, Prisons 23. Good float service. The ball to Jairus. And he's stuffed on the face by Jeff. I think Jeff has really given them good front court coverage because of his height. He's a good option other than Lilo. And I think he's justifying why the ball is served on the net by Lemoy, which is quite unfortunate because KPA were on the ascendancy.
Yeah, this makes it hard for them. They really needed that point for them to be on the right path towards reclaiming the lost points and the gap.
So it's set point to Prisons. I don't know if Chesoli goes for his trusted position 5 service. Let's see. Serves on position 1, positive reception, ball to Owala, good recycling, ball to Owala again, and he hits the ball long. And it's a wrap for the first set. Kenya Prisons 25, KPA 18. I don't know. Look, from your end, what has been KPA's major undoing?
I think from the beginning they didn't put up to speed. So this made them become very, very, very not like, let's say, fluent in their flow. So this made them become person behind the Prison. So Prison utilized all the avenues they can to get a score. That's how they managed to pick this first set.
On the comment section, we see Duncan Kifoi saying Prisons all the way. Elias Gitz, who is an equity setter, saying alama za dukuduku. Wanjala saying kazi safi, look and GMO loud and clear. We really appreciate your feedback. Eria Paolo saying the ref needs to control the emotions on court, especially the show of celebration in front of the opponents. I think in the international arena we don't see such kind of celebrations where you face your opponent. I think that's a violation, but that's a good call. On the statistics, it's Prisons Kenya 25 points to 18 points from KPA. Prisons Kenya has 14 attacks as opposed to 10 from KPA. Prisons with 4 kill blocks as opposed to 1 from KPA. No aces from either team, and 7 opponent errors apiece from each team. Elkana Masinda saying we had said that Dennis was supposed to be in Egypt. We can all see he's giving a good account of himself. Stephen Starling saying Neti Oye. I don't know what he means by Neti Oye. Maybe you can elaborate further. And you're also saying him and Kenya Prisons doing what they do best. I concur with you. Kipkogei Nobestas saying no comments as at now. I think you're saying Sai hauna maoni. We understand that. Kawera Carol saying Thoita Thoita. Regan Declan saying Jemo, nice one. We appreciate that. Betalan saying KPA will win. Hopefully they give a better account of themselves on the second set. Lawrence Nkoyo, this is a libero from Equity, saying really doing well Manuele and Opeto. Shukran sana, we really appreciate the positive feedback. Rose Modoni, all the best KPA. Dennis Baraza, kazi nzuri Jemo and Luke. Oh, this is Norobade, a very big fan of the team Blazers. Shukran sana Deno, Mesha Krono. The politics around how KPA qualified is taunting them. I think that's a topic for another day. Prof, Jemo Kizungu Kimenda Shule, kazi safi bro. Shukran sana. We appreciate the positive feedbacks. Keep them coming, and we are here to bring to you one-on-one direct coverage of the last set of match day 1 between Prisons Kenya and KPA. Prisons Kenya leading 1-0.
back to the second set. I think Prisons Kenya have an edge once they pick the first set. So KPA have a lot of work to do in this second set, owing that they are set behind. So Prison Kenya leading by 1-0.
From the get-go, I think KPA have already been given a yellow card. I don't know if it's because of Toita's constant trips to the first referee. And it's a changed lineup from the KPA team. The introduction of the setter Titus and Jeff, who has really helped them on the front court defense. So let's see how the set plays out. It's Titus with the first service from the KPA team. Serves it on Dennis. Positive reception from Dennis. And a good hit by Stone. That's a really aggressive start from Stone. You can see his head was high above the rim even before the ball reached his setter's hands. That's really positive. Mayo with the service. Serves it on Jeff. And Doita is stuffed down by Stone and Jairus. And I think KPA have a really major undoing of how they start their sets. They are really starting on a very low note.
Yeah, very, very low. As you can see at this point, they are trailing by 2 scores, which is not a very good show.
That's a good pick by Latangwa. Open toss to Jairus. And he's blocked by a 3-man front court block. I think KPA need to regroup and address how they start off their matches, because they are giving themselves a lot of work of trailing for the whole match. Good service by Toita. Good toss. Good pickup. Open toss to Jeff. And he's stuffed by a 3-man block. Wow.
Very, very positive block from Kenya Prisons.
Prisons, I can note they are very disciplined on the front court defense because they are rarely charged for touching the net. So that's a very positive thing from their end. Wow. That was a really lucky point by Jairus. The ball hit on the tape and eventually found its way onto KPA's court. KPA are at 6s and 7s. They are wondering what's happening. Hopefully they regroup, and yes, a point by Lemoyne.
Basing on what you said, Jimo, I think KPA really need to talk on how they start their set. It's really affecting them. As you can see, they're trailing by 2 scores, which is not positive.
Good service by Lemoyne. Open toss to Dennis. Good pickup by Lemoyne. Open toss to Oala. That's a really good attempt by Jairus, but unfortunately he's unable to keep the ball from touching the floor. And it's a 1-point game. Good reception by the libero. And that was a really aggressive hit by Makuto, and unfortunately Oala is charged for a net touch violation.
Samuel Gashago, all the best. KPA, Walter Sang, Prisons, all the best. Tall Field, big up Manuele. Faith Nafula, big up Blazers for the coverage. Wato Diaspora, tunasaidika sana. Wishing KPA. JMO, I love your commentary.
Shukran to one and all. We really appreciate the feedback. And the ball is long again by Oala. It's now a 3-point. It's a 3-point game. And I think slowly Prisons have found a formula of how they can increase their gap a score at a time, and which is working very effectively for them. Open toss to Oala, who drills the ball cross court. That was very aggressive from Chris Oala.
Stone tried to pick it up, but the power that came in. That ball was very heavy.
It's a 2-point game. KPA 4, Prison 6. Good reception by Esokon. And hit home by Hudson Chesoli. And Hudson Chesoli is leading the Prisons team by experience. I think he's the most experienced player on court in this match, and he's standing to be counted. Good service by... hit home by Brian Kamonde. That was a very aggressive and quick attack by Brian. And we have another jump server in Chris Owala. Let's see if he goes for the hard hit or the top spin. It's a 2-point match. Goes for the top spin, but unfortunately the ball is not able to cross over the net of play.
Philip Ndungu, wonderful James Rasta. Kimei Tanui Lutango, well done bro, I'm happy for you.
Another jump server in Dennis Esokon. Goes for the top spin. Positive reception by Sam Juma. Drilled home by David Twitter. I think the both teams are trying to feel each other out. No one has really stamped authority on the match. Good service by Brian. Good pipe attack by Dennis Esokon.
Wow.
I think there's a lot of aggression from the Prisons team.
Actually, using a lot of power. This is that the KPS side don't carry their balls.
Good service by Hudson Chesoli. Good pickup by Esokon. And it's a free ball. Open toss to Doita. Another free ball to Prisons team. Open toss to Esokon, who gets a touch out. Wow, I think Esokon is standing to be counted on the Prison side.
Yeah, he's playing as the father of the team.
He's their main outlet in terms of any free ball, and he's doing quite a commendable job of converting the balls given to him. Positive reception by Doita. Good setter dump by Titus. And it's a 3-point game. I hope KPA doesn't allow Prisons to widen the margin as they did on the first set, and they were unable to cut back the gap. That's a wild hit by Dennis Esokon. So it's a 2-point game. KPA 8 scores, Prisons Kenya 10 scores. Remember, it's the second set of the last match of match day 1, pitting Kenya Prisons against KPA men's team. And it's hit home by Jairus. What a hit.
Down the line. Even Titus, I think Titus' reaction shows that it was a very, very powerful hit.
That was a warm-up hit. Mayo on the service. Serves it to position 5, positive reception. Good pickup by Mayo. Open toss to Makuto. And he's stuffed down his foot by Owala and Lemoy. By Jeff, sorry. That was a huge block by KPA. Ball set to Jairus again. Good pickup, Sam Juma to Owala. Nice and easy, nice and easy.
Owala started, yeah? I told you, let's not put KP aside because they can easily come.
First time out by Dennis, the coach of Prisons. I think Prisons have started to feel the pressure from KPA because KPA, as we are seeing, if they're able to hold their own, be a bit consistent on the scoring, they can give Prisons a run for their money.
So Rasta Sonyama, good work bros, following from Navajo, Kakamega. Thank you for joining us. We have Kafelo _ Kenya. I think it's KE. Esokon is destined for greatness with the kind of game he's playing. Prisons all the way. Kimei Tanui, Litongo, well done. I'm happy for you. I think Abdallah, Kashi, Kadala, Dennis Estegod, good job. I'm watching from Likoni. Thank you for joining us.
I want to thank you all those who are joining us via YouTube. Twitter with the service. It's a 1-point game. To Makuto, who tips it over to Sam Juma. Positive reception. Good from Letangwa. Another free ball to KPA. Another free ball to KPA. They get a chance to kill off the point. And it's hit home by Chris Owala. And we are level at 11 all. Good work from KPA for coming from 3 points behind to level of the match. Open toss to Jairus. Good pickup. But he's penalized for lifting the ball.
I think Prisons have KPL have gotten into Prisons' nerves. Coming back from I think 5 scores, and now it's 1 score margin. It's very, very not interesting for the Prison side.
Jairus serves it long. I think the strategy from KPA is that they are leaving a very small area of the field for Chris Owala to receive, and that is forcing the servers to go a bit long. Good service by Lamoy. Good pickup by Titus. Open toss to Owala. And he gets it. I think Owala has gotten the right balance between aggression and precision, because some balls he's hitting them hard and others he's just placing them in the gaps. That's very commendable from him. KPA 1 point ahead at 13-12. And it's a 2-point margin for KPA. KPA 14, Prisons Kenya 12. I think the coach of KPA has gotten it right with the 6 that are on the field.
It's actually a change that has brought a very big difference in this set.
Hit long by Makuto, and it's a 3-point game. And I think the honors now is on Prisons Kenya. I think the pressure is on them to kind of level up the match and go ahead if they can. Let's see what transpires. And it's another score to KPA. That's a good run of service from Mika Lemoy. He's really troubling the Prisons receiving unit. It's a 4-point margin for KPA. Serves it on Dennis, positive reception. And Dennis is able to side out. 13 points for Prisons Kenya, 16 points for KPA. Kimanthi Sem Kongi Jemo Shukran Builder Drono, thank you in diaspora watching. We are with you. Abdallah Kashikadala, Dennis Esokon, good job. I'm watching from Lekoni. Say hi to people in Lekoni. Brian Meli, this is the national team setter. Jemo, good work man. Shukran. Stanley Kimanzi, thanks Blazers TV for the coverage. Watu wa mashinani tuko sorted. We always here for you. Humphrey Luchisoi, hapo sawa. Our son Makuto. SP Njush, the commentary is good. Keep up Jemo, batweka saiki kiasi. We'll take note of that. Levis Ouma, go hard KPA, yeah. Ria Paulo Ogwang, KPA seems to have gotten a solution for Esokon. They are serving him and he is getting overwhelmed. That's a good observation. Victor Anyuo, Team Blazers, God are blessed tu sana. Mmefanya volleyball ya Kenya ina grow through this coverage, and our players should use this platform to showcase themselves. Blessing. Thank you so much, Victor and all, for commenting. Keep commenting and keep watching the game. A reminder, it's the last match of match day 1, pitting Kenya Prisons against KPA. And it's Kenya Prisons 14 scores, KPA 17. An introduction of Kipto. Good reception from Jeff. And Brian Kamonde hits it on the net. And it's a 2-point match.
Now this is where experience comes in. For Kipto, it's a matter of experience. I think he is coming to drive in the team towards picking up this set.
Good pickup by Thuita. That's a good rebound. Another rebound. Good job, Thuita. And it's a free ball to Prisons Kenya. Ball to Esokon. And he hits it outside. Wow, that's a score well earned by the KPA team through a lot of sweat and determination. Kudos to them. And it's a 3-point game. KPA 18, Prisons Kenya 15. While on the service, let's see if he goes for the hard hit or the top spin. Very aggressive on the service. Ball to Esokon. And he gets a touch out. That's a definition of go hard or go home from Dennis Esokon. It was an open ball, but he ensured that he put all the energy he had into the ball, and that's how he has come out on top with the point. It's a 2-match game. Prison 16, KPA 18. Dennis Esokon on the service. He's a good jump server. Unfortunately, he serves it long.
So, Victor Gitau, tomorrow's fixtures, please, I think you'll get the fixtures after this game. So, don't worry. Jared Coach, Deep State, kazi safi sana. And your team.
Thank you, Jared. Service on Chesoli. Good pickup. It's a free ball on Prison's court. And hit home by Hudson Chesoli. That was really good aggression from Chesoli. He even picked up the loose ball that came on their side and went on to score it. So it's a 2-point match. Prison 17, KPA 19. Service on Thuita. Open toss to Thuita. And he's not able to recycle the ball. That's a good kill block by Kimutai. And I think the introduction of Kimutai has really galvanized the Prison's front court defense.
Yeah, it's making them, I think, become more.
Another open toss to Owala. And he hits it long. Wow. Prisons are slowly but surely reducing the gap that KPA had on them. And the scores are level at 19 ups. That's a good piece of play by Prisons Kenya. They were 3 or 4 scores behind, but they're able to level up the match.
So Mwangingari, in brackets, Zach for volleyball. Good work from the commentary box. Well done, Jimo and Luke. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the compliments. I can see Paul Onyango watching from Nakuru. Thank you for joining us. Claire, Valerian, nice collaborated with us. Thank you very much. Keep joining. Our handle is Trailblazers Volleyball Club. And if you're able to join us live from the Moi International Indoor Stadium, you can come based in Kasarani.
And at 19 ups, it's anyone's set. So Chesoli with the service. Don't know if he'll serve to his trusted position 5. He goes to serve on Thuita. Positive reception. Open toss to Thuita. Good pickup by Dennis Esokon. Open toss to Esokon. Good pickup by Sam Juma. And stuffed down. I think the Prisons team are very disciplined, as I had pointed out, on their front court defense, and that is enabling them to keep KPA at bay.
Yeah.
Prisons Kenya with a 1-point lead. Service by Chesoli again. Serves to Thuita, rushes the reception, and he gets the point off the hands of Kimutai. It's 20 all. Thuita with it's Titus with the service, and there is a change in the defense department. So Lemoy is off, and Good reception by Esokon to Jairus. And he gets a touch out. Zeki Ochieng was brought in for the front court defense, but Jairus has found a strategy of getting the point of the front court's defense.
I think now Prisons have come back to the normal rotation they had. So Kipto and Kimutai out, then Maio and Makuto back in.
Maio on the service, serves on position 5 for positive reception from JF. Good pickup by Maio. Open toss to Makuto, who hits it long. Good defense by Maio on the backcourt. And it's Toita on the service. Let's see who he chooses to serve the ball on. Will he go for position 5 or position 1? Goes to position 5, serves it long. I think it's a game of nerves at 22-21.
Yeah. So I think KPA have to relax, but they are really under pressure, having leading by around 4 scores, and right now they are trailing by 1.
Jairus on the service. Open toss to Owala. Good pickup by Mayo. Open toss to Esokon. Good pickup by Sam Juma. Good run down by Toita. Open ball to Prisons court. Good pickup by Sam Juma. And Dennis Esokon drills it home. I think Esokon is really standing to be counted as the guy who has helped Prison in the second set. He has been really aggressive on his attacks, which is a point to the Prison's team. Ball to Jeffrey. And a good block by Stone and Dennis Esokon. And it's match point, Prisons Kenya men. Prisons 24, KPA 21.
Florence Bosire watching from Australia. Good job, Mamuluki and Luke. Thank you, Flo. Basing the aspect that you are here, I'm wondering how you got to Australia.
Maybe she teleported to Australia, we never know. That's a discussion for another day. I think in this set, look, KPA has themselves to blame. They were leading by as many as 4 points at some point in the match at 14-10. And we see Prisons men are at set point and they are at 21. I think it will be a game of what would have been had KPA remained consistent in the second set. But all is not lost. They still have 3 points to fight for and hopefully still win the set. So Jairus with the service. Serves it on position 5 to Owala. Ball to Owala. And he hits the antenna, bringing an end to the second set of the last game of match day 1, pitting Kenya Prisons against Kenya Ports Authority. It's Prisons men 2 sets, KPA men's team 0.
SP Jugush, Australia indeed. You can see with some laugh emojis. Basing on the aspect, you know where Flo is. I know what you're thinking. So Aswito, watching from the UK, we have a lot of diaspora.
But you know, look, UK can also stand for United States of Kasarani or Kayole. So I think we have to believe our fans. They are our fans, so we take the UK to mean the United Kingdom.
Yeah, United, even it can be the United Kingdom of Kisumu.
Oh yeah, true.
So Japheth keeping it teach. So the stats for the second set, having gone to the Prison side. Points, we have 25 points for Prison, 21 points for KPA. On the attack, Prison's superior with 14 attacks and 11 for KPA. On the block side, Prison still superior with 3 blocks and 1 for KPA. Services is none. Then Prison's capitalizing on the opponent's error where KPA had 9 and Prisons had 8. So looking forward for the third set, hoping to see a different KPA side. Thank you. Back in a short while. To the third set. Having been a very intriguing game, we can see by the look of things, Prisons Kenya are on the driving seat of this set. It's quite evident. But basing on today's coverage of the other games, most of the team used to get the first two sets. Then, all of a sudden, the other team gets two sets. Maybe it can be an upset for this game. Wait and see.
Chesol with the service, open toss to Twitter. Good pickup, but there is a net touch violation by one of the Prisons front court players. I don't know if it's Jairus. He's also asking the same. So a good start by KPA. They have a point on the board. Good service from Lilo. And Jairus hits the ball on the antenna. I think if KPA can have a good run of points and remain consistent, they'll be able to take the third set, and it's game on from then on. Good service from Lilo. And a tough block by the KPA front court players. Those are three quite fast points, Luke. What's your take on it?
I think KPA are trying to take it very aggressive. They have added the tempo in this set. So I think it might pay off.
Another tough block by the KPA front court attackers. So it's KPA 4, Prisons 0, and it's hit home by Jairus. And Prisons open the account for the third set. So it's Prisons Kenya 1, KPA 4. It's Mayo on the service. Serves on the libero. Positive reception by Sam Juma, and the ball is hit home by Jeff. Esokon and Letango are asking each other who was responsible for picking up the ball, but that's all history. Duito with the service, serves on Dennis. Open toss to Makuto. Good block by KPA. And there is a pick up from the Prison side. And KPA has really come out guns blazing in the third set. It's already a 5-point margin. Ball to Jairus. Hit cross court, and Lilo is unable to defend the ball in the back court.
Paul Onyango, where are Omolo and Kamara of KPA? They have been locked out. Yeah, they can't play this playoff, having played professional for the previous, for the just concluded season.
Jairus with the service on to Oala, positive reception. Jeff drills it cross court. Esokon is wondering where the ball has passed from. And it's a really good play from KPA as a team. They have opened a 5-point margin. Hopefully they'll be consistent. Good service by Lemoy. And Dennis hits the ball on the line. It's a 4-point margin for KPA. Hopefully KPA are able to be consistent. Do not let Prisons get back into the match as they did for the previous set. Good service by, and it's hit home by Brian Kamonde.
Powerful attack by Kamonde. Owing that is a high jumper than Chesoli.
Hit on top of the blocks. That's a really aggressive hit. Service by Jeff to Dennis Esokon, who gets a touch out. That is power volleyball at its finest. So Makuto on the service. I don't know if he goes for the raw power or for the top spin. We'll wait and see. It's a 4-point game. Goes for the top spin. Positive reception by Sam Juma. Good hit by Chris Oala. KPA are giving a good account of themselves in this third set. And that's why they have a 5-point lead in the third set. Chris Oala with the service, a very good jump server. Rips it long off the court of play. It's a point to Prisons Kenya. It's a 4-point game.
I think Dennis will go for the
jump spin.
Jump top spin.
Positive reception by Sam Juma. Oala on the pipe hits it long. Prisons slowly reducing the margin, slowly claiming the deficit a score at a time. It's a 3-point match. Good service to Toita, who manages to get that point. So Bran Kamonde on the service. Mayo, the prison setter, has 2 front court options and the pipe. So let's first see where Brian chooses to serve. Serves on position 1. Good reception by Chesoli. Hit long. Is it long? Yeah, hit long, as referee Millicent has judged. Hit long by Jairus. And it's a 5-point margin again. And Prisons ask for the first time out of the third set.
Abdallah Shikadala, I think again, congratulations to my team Prisons Kipto, the game changer. Linet, let's fight KPA, niko nyuma yenyu. Kahawa Worst Business by Kevo, I think saying 3-0. John Hanyago, Coach Luke, high five, I think I said high five back, nice work. Gotea Captain Jemo.
Shukran, nimesalimika.
Paul Muchemi, KPA kuna nini? It's just a matter of time. We'll see how this third set goes.
KPA are really giving a good account of themselves in the third set. They have a 5-point margin. It's Brian Kamonde on the service. Serves it to position 1 to Esokon. That's a quick attack by Hudson Chesoli, leaving Lemoy and Toita for dead on the front court defense. It's Chesoli again on the service. Let's see if he goes to serve on position 5 as he always does. I think it's a strategy he has mastered. Serves to Jeff. Ball to Toita. who is stuffed by Stone. What a block.
Solid block from Stone.
And I think KPA are really struggling with these out of system balls. They are really getting stuffed. So I think they need to be a bit more accurate on their reception. Let's see how they fare on this one. Chesoli on the service. Jeff receives. Good defense by Dennis Esokon, and it's a point to Prisons Kenya. KPA are unable to take advantage of the over-received ball, and it's a 3-point margin.
It's a 2-point actually.
It's a 2-point. Sorry. It's a 2-point margin. Again, Chesoli on the service. Another open toss. Hit down by Lemoy. That was a good judgment by Lilo. Lilo on the service. Remember, in the first rotation, he was able to open a 5-point margin. Ball to Jairus, who hits it straight down the seam between Jeff and Lemoy.
It's an advantage for Prisons, actually, basing the fact that Lilo had given them a run for their scores.
Yeah, they're able to side out instantly. Mayo on the service. Serves to position. Serves on Sam Juma. It's an open ball to Prisons. Let's see who goes to Esokon. Good pickup by Sam Juma. The ball is high again. And the ball is sent straight down by Thoita with two hands. I think that's a bit of laxity on the Prisons team. Thoita with the service again. Serves it on Esokon. Positive reception to Jairus, who hits the ball long. And it's a 4-point margin for KPA. They are slowly reclaiming the margin that they had. Serves again to Dennis Esokon. Positive reception. And Makuto hits it down the line. I think KPA can ill afford to be relaxed about the set, and as Prisons showed them the previous set that they are able to regroup fast and reduce the margin that they have. Good reception by Oala. Hit down by Lemoy. KPA are really using the middle department quite well.
And it's actually working for them. You can see the way Kamonde and Lemoy quickly attacking the balls in the middle.
Lemoy with the service. Over received by Dennis Esokon. Open toss to Esokon, who tips it via a touch out from Jeff. And I think this game will be decided by who takes their chances, and from the look of things, both teams are taking their chances rightly so. It's a 3-point set. Service by Stone. Positive reception by and stuffed by Hudson Chesoli. Brian has been a very reliable outlet for KPA. Unfortunately, Chesoli comes out on top in that duel. And there's a first timeout for KPA in the third set with a 2-point lead in the third set.
So we have Peter Namui watching from Turkana Lodwa. We have Lutomia wa Lutomia. KPA I think inataka kupigwa isitake kupigwa from Kibwarer. Mutisia Benjamin representing Kitegela Massives. Ultimate customer Chris Owala, my favorite. We have Robert Mkoba. We can turn the tables around. Team KPA, go.
We are back after the timeout, and it's a 2-point lead by KPA. Prisons with the service, and it's Stone serving. Serves it on Jeff. Open toss to Oala, and he's able to get at arch out of Makuto's hands, and a point to KPA. KPA 16, Kenya Prisons 13. Service by Jeff from KPA. Good service to Esokon. Blocked, good recycle to Esokon again. And Esokon is judged to have touched the net on the offense. And it's a 4-point margin for KPA. I think KPA should have a bit of consistency in their side outs and they'll be able to take the third set. Jeff serving, serves to Esokon, who hits it cross court.
Quick side out.
Prisons need a lot of quick side outs, and it's the tried and tested substitution by the Kenya Prisons. Makuto out for Kipto and Mayo out, and in comes Kimutai. I think it's a substitution that has done them well in the previous set. Let's see if it pays off in the third set. Remember, it's a 3-point lead for KPA. Prisons at 14, KPA at 17. Kipto on the service. Serves to position 1, positive reception. Open toss to Owala, who hits it long. But someone is judged to have touched the net on the Prison side. I think it's Chesoli. And the score goes to KPA. It's Owala with the service. Kipto has the option of the 3 attackers at his disposal. Owala with the jump service. That's a top spin by him. Open toss to Esokon, who hits the ball long. And he goes to the referee. I don't know if it's a complaint or it's just some despair slowly creeping into him. And then the Prisons coach calls for a second timeout. Prisons Kenya 14, KPA 19. It's a 5-point lead by KPA.
Yeah, so from the comment section, say Robert Mkoba, we can turn the tables around. Team KPA go. Ishmael Some, easy win for Prisons, but by the look of things, I think KPA are running for this set. Live scores race Luasilwa, watching from Bungoma County. KPA fanya hiyo kitu please. Paul saying watching from Embakasi with Naomi Akinyi.
And we are back from the timeout with KPA serving. It's Chris Owala with the jump serve. Serves it on the net, and it's a point to Prisons Kenya, who reduced the margin by 4. Lilo has 2 front court offensive attackers together with Chris Owala on the backcourt. And there's a substitution on the Prison side for the server. Recycled well by Jeff. Wow, what a score by Lilo, catching the Prisons front court and backcourt players off guard. That was a brilliant piece of play by Lilo, the setter for KPA, earning them a point. It's Brian Kamonde on the service. Serves it on Dennis Osokon, positive reception. Good pickup by Lilo onto Toita, who is able to dink the ball in the court of play. That's a good variation by Toita from being aggressive and being precise. It's a 6-point margin by KPA. Positive reception and hit down by Chesoli. I think Prisons can ill afford to resign to fate and say the set is done. It's a 5-point lead, but all is possible. Chesoli on the service. Serves to position 5. That's an overpass by Thoita, and Stone quickly punishes the KPA team for receiving the ball on the opponent's court. Chesoli again with the service. It's an open toss to Toita. And the ball is hit down by Dennis Esokon. And slowly but surely Prisons are claiming a point at a time. That was good aggression by Dennis. And it's a 3-point lead by KPA. Another good service by Chesoli. It's overpassed. The ball to Kimtai. Good pick up to Toita, who hits it cross court. And Kiptoi is unable to keep the ball off the court of play.
I think he really tried to pick it up, but the power behind.
Kimutai hits it long. A 4-point lead by... It's a 5-point lead actually by Team KPA. Lilo on the service. Hey, good pickup by Sam Juma, but unfortunately the ball is out of play. It's Kim Tai on the service. It's a 4-point lead by KPA men, who are really fighting hard to ensure they pick up the third set. Serves on Toita. It's an open ball set to Jeff, who hits it long. That's a very unusual and forced error with no one on the block. Again, it's Kim Tai on the service. Serves to Toita again, but serves it long. And it's set point for the first time in this match. Set point KPA, Prisons men at 20. It's Toita on the service. Good pickup by Esokon. And Stone is able to tip it into no man's land and earn his side a point. And it's the usual substitution: Kipto off, Makuto on, and Kimutai off and Mayo on, meaning that Prisons Kenya retain 3 front court attackers. Prisons Kenya 21, KPA 24. Lilo with all the 3 options available to him. And there's a delay, but it's all good. So we are good to go. It's Jairus on the service. Serves it to position 1, but serves it long. And it's KPA 1 set, Prisons Kenya 2 sets. And they regroup for the 4th set.
As it was said, it's very evident with what's going on today. Basing on what previous games have been, most of the teams that look like they were going to take these games usually pick up the first 2 sets, and eventually the other teams have a tendency of coming up and picking the other sets. So we have Faith Anui saying, watching from Elgeyo Marakwet County, keep going Prisons. We have Peter Namui. Esgon is doing a great job, at least feel well represented. Robert Mkoba, I believe in you, Team KPA, keep on pressing. Kainda Mutisia, KPA will take this set, which is evident KPA have taken. Oluoch Jr., watching from Greece, thank you for joining us. Robert Gadoni, KPA, we can do this. Then Dennis Mato, camera not clear, I think we'll work on it. We'll work with our technical team and see how it goes. But for our look, I think the cameras are clear. So SP saying hiyo mawe ya Twitter ni kubwa sana. So
these are the statistics for the third set. 21 points for Prisons Kenya, 25 for KPA. 14 points on the attack against 16 points from KPA. Both sides have two blocks on each side. There's no service ace, and 5 opponent errors by Prisons Kenya and 7 from KPA. And it's a wrap for the third set. We'll see you for the fourth set.
So we are back for the fourth set. It's quite entertaining, where we are seeing a very quick start from both teams.
It's one score piece, and it's Toita on the service. Each team has retained the lineup that has played in the just concluded set. The ball is given to Esokon, who hits it hard enough that he gets a block out. Esokon on the service, Prisons leading by a single score, 2 points to 1. Esokon with the jump service, hits it hard, positive reception to Jeff, good pickup, an open ball to Prisons Kenya, and Esokon drills it home. Esokon has been very crucial on the pipe attack and a very reliable outlet for the Prisons team in the backcourt. And he's back on the service line. It's a 2-point margin. Remember, it's Prisons Kenya 2 sets, KPA 1 set, and we are in for the fourth set. Prisons leading 3 points to 1. Goes for the jump service but hits it long. I think both teams, having felt each other out for the 3 sets, both have a lot of stability in all departments. Lemoy on the service. Good service from Lemoy. And it's a chance ball to KPA. Lack of communication between the setter and the middle blocker. And hit home again by Dennis Esokon. He's proving to be the go-to person anytime Prisons have a free ball on their court. And it's Stone on the service, but Toita has a complaint with the referee. Let's wait and see whatever is happening. He walks back to the field of play looking dejected. So it's Prisons leading 4 points to 2. And Oala is blocked by Kimutai. That was a really nice block by Kimutai. He really waited and at the point of contact ensured that the ball would not cross over the net. So it's a 3-point lead for Prisons. Stone on the service. Serves it to Jeff. And a good side out by Brian Kamonde. So Jeff goes for the service. They are trailing by 2 scores. Let's see if they can regroup and reclaim the lead. Serves to Dennis Esokon. And Jairus hits the ball cross court. Wow.
Very powerful attack.
What a hit.
Unexpected.
Prisons retain their 3-point advantage on the set. Good service by Kimutai, but serves it on the net. It's Chris Owala going to the service line. Let's see if he opts for the strong service or for the top spin. Spins the ball out of the court of play. At times it almost seems as if the jump servers have a lot of fear of getting it wrong, look.
Yeah, it's about the fear of getting wrong. So they are actually racing towards getting this set, which will make them have an advantage of... what a powerful
Huge
block
block by Hudson Chesoli.
Looking at the way he celebrated, it means a lot to him.
And slowly but surely Prisons are opening up a lead as they did in the first set. 8 points to 4. Good reception by Sam Juma. On to Toita, who manages to get the point. And it's a 3-point lead for Prisons. It's Bran Kamonde on the service. And Mayo has two front court attackers and Kimutai on the pipe. Good reception by Chesoli. Given to Esokon. Good defense on the front court. The ball is given to Toita, who is able to get a point out of it. That's a very experienced kind of play from Toita, leading by example as the KPA captain. KPA have managed to cut the deficit to 2 points. Good service by Brian. Positive reception by Jairus. Good pickup by Jeff. And again to Esokon, who locks the ball up high and onto the court of play.
Nice play. I think Mayo is really using Dennis since he has been his score maker from the start.
He has proved to be a very reliable outlet. Chesoli with the service. And hit home by Lemoy, who leaves Stone for dead.
Not the best of reception, but for the experience that Lilo has, he can improvise anything with the type of reception he gets.
Hit home again by Esokon. Esokon is proving to be a thorn in the foot of KPA because every chance he gets, he's able to drill the ball home as hard as he can. The ball is given to Lemoy. Good block by Stone. KPA get a chance to play the ball again. And it's played twice by Stone, and the score goes to KPA. And Prisons have a 2-point lead. Toita on the service. Let's see where he chooses to serve the ball. Serves to position 1. Positive reception. Good defense by Toita. To Oala. Good pickup by Jairus. And good play by Kimutai. There's a complaint from the KPA bench, and I don't think they'll succeed in having a challenge. So again, the ball is with Esokon for the service. Does he go for the jump service? Yeah, he does. Good pickup by Sam Juma. On to Lemoy, who blasts the ball home. That's a warm-up hit by Mika Lemoy. And again, Toita has made a trip to the referee, which is now becoming quite accustomed to. We cannot ascertain what the challenge or the complaint is, but he seems to be very reluctant to come out of that referee's area. And the first referee has no other option but to call the second referee and confirm a few issues. Maybe KPA has a valid point. We'll have to wait and see. And we are good to go. So it's Lemoy with the service. Good reception by Latangwa to Jairus, who tips it high to Toita, who gets the point on the pipe. And it's a 1-point lead by Prisons, and KPA has done a commendable job of reducing the deficit that they had in terms of the scores. Good service by Lemoy. Hit well by Stone, and Kamonde is unable to defend the ball on the front court. It's a 2-point lead, and Stone with the service. serves it on position 1, positive reception to Jeff, who hits the ball high and wide.
Very, very, very unexpected and a very, very poor attack for Jeff, having received it very well.
And I think Jeff is being told to step out of the receiving unit because that gives him little work. His work will only be to attack the ball. And it's a net touch by Lilo. The ball was received too tight to the net and Lilo had no other option but to try and set it. But in the process, had a net violation. And it's a 4-point margin by Prisons Kenya in the 4th set.
Nice. It's a very tight game by the look of things. Mercy Wamagi wafungwa twende nalo by Lon Odida. KPA are going nowhere. In fact, KPA coach doesn't have planning roles. I don't know what a comment is supposed to say, but that's a comment that is, don't know how to say it. But Timothy Muneni, watching from Mombasa, VUK, Gogo, KPA.
Thank you for all the feedback, for all the comments. These are your teams, these are your friends. Support them each way you can. Stone with the service to Owala, who hits it on the long diagonal and is able to get a point. And it's a 3-point lead for Prisons Kenya. KPA needs to find a strategy of how they'll be able to get back the points that Prisons Kenya has gotten quite easily. Good reception by Dennis to Jairus, who hits it in the middle of the pitch. And he does a jig. Wow. That's always good to see a person enjoying his volleyball. That's a good jig. I don't know if he'll teach us the name of the song or the tune to which he's dancing to.
Hey!
Kimutai on the service. And it picked up by Jairus. Unfortunately, Esokon hits it on the net. He has been quite reliable, so it's quite uncharacteristic of him to have such a simple error. It's a very unforced error from him. Owala on the service. Might go for the jump spin or the jump serve, the hard hit. Goes for the latter. The ball to Jairus. Wow. Don't know if he'll repeat the jig. No, this time he opts to be a bit modest about it. But that's a good score from Jairus.
Taking the lead back to 4.
Jairus on the service. Serves it to position 1. Positive reception to Toita. Good recycling by Sam Juma. It's an open ball to Prisons Kenya, and they are able to get a touch out of the KPA blocks. And it's a 5-point lead from the men in red. Again, it's Jairus on the service. Owala on the pipe. Good pickup by Letangwa, the libero. To Toita again, who's able to hit the ball home.
So keep Korean. Victor says KPA, it's not over, pull up. Crispinas Oyolo, KPA, Weka Kivu.
I think a lot of people have been calling for the introduction of Kevin. We'll have to wait and see if he gets introduced. Kamonde on the service. Serves to Jairus, to Esokon. And each time Esokon goes up on the front court, he has a very good habit of always ensuring that he scores. And that's why Mayo has a lot of trust in him. There's a substitution on the Prisons front court. They have subbed off Stone and introduced Chesoli on the service. Oala on the pipe, and he drills it home. And it's a 4-point lead by Prisons. So it's Lilo on the service. Mayo has 2 front court attackers in the pipe. The ball to Esokon, and he hits it home. Wow. Esokon is proving to be the proverbial thorn in KPA's flesh. Mayo with the service, and his side having a 5-point lead in the 4th set. Oala hits the ball on the court of play. It almost seems as if it's a battle between Oala and Esokon. We'll have to wait and see who comes out on top. Toita with the service. Good reception by Dennis. Dennis again hits it home, as we've become accustomed to him. And it's a 5-point lead for the men in red. KPA really need to step up or face the risk of losing the 4th set, which will mean the loss of the match. Dennis with the service. Good reception by Sam Juma to Jeff, who is stuffed by, and he does the usual jig. From the look of the jig, it's as if he's dancing the song Bora Ni Enjoy. I don't know. He'll have to whisper to us about it at the end of the match. Esokon again with the service. Good hit. It's a free ball to KPA. The ball to Lemoy. Good pickup by Kimutai. The ball to Esokon. It's a free ball to KPA again. And there's a net touch violation by one of the Prisons front court players. It's a 5-point lead for the men in red. And it's Lemoy on the service. Let's see what he comes up with. Good reception, but it's over-received. Wow. And there's a violation for Mayo being a backcourt player defending the ball when he's near the net. So it's a 4-point lead for Prisons. Mayo has 3 front court attackers. Let's see who he chooses. He goes to Kimtai, who instantly gives them a side out. So that's a good hit by Kimutai.
From the comment section, Rogers Mayo, Bora to enjoy with some smiley face, I think.
Yeah, Mayo. I was also thinking it was the same song he's dancing to. Rogers Mayo being a former Prisons Kenya middle blocker. I know you are rooting for your guys.
Then Ogutu Billy, commentator, English Buana, at the proverbial Angoa. So I think we will tell you on the meanings later after the game.
And Prisons have opened another 2 points, bringing the margin of their lead to 6 points. So Prisons 23, KPA 17. KPA can ill afford to drop their heads. Good service, positive reception by Sam Juma. Good dig to Jairus. Oh, and he hits it home. Will he give us the jig? Oh, no. And it's set point.
Rogers Mayo again. He meenda. Famous quote.
It's set point for the guys in red at 24, KPA at 17. And we can start seeing people starting to get up off their seats. I don't know if it's because the match is over.
I think they've anticipated that the match is over. But it's not over until it's over. From the comment section, Kawira Karod, KPA Kinaturamba Mosmos. By the look of things, it's not going. KPA's side. Then we have Elkana Masina and Rogers Alienda Wapi. Rogers himself is commenting on the comment section. Rogers is in Bunga, if I'm not wrong. Then Matthew to York saying Prisons are back.
and it's set point Prisons. Good reception by Sam Juma. The ball is given to Jeff, who scores it. And from the look of KPA, in terms of even morale, I don't know if they have resigned themselves to fate, but as you've pointed out, Luke, it's not over till it's over. It's Jeff on the service. Mayo has 3 front court attackers. Positive reception. And hit home by Kim Mutai, bringing an end to the last match of match day 1, pitting Prisons men against KPA. Prisons men have emerged victorious with 3-1 margin. From us, from the commentary booth, shukran sana for being with us, those who are present in Kasarani, even those who are in the diaspora. It's always a pleasure to bring you the live action as it transpires. From me and Luke,
want to wish you a very good night. Hoping to see you back in Kasarani tomorrow. For those who will not be able to make it to Kasarani, you can join us via our YouTube channel as Trailblazers VC. All the best and have a very good and peaceful night.
see you guys tomorrow.